Hello everyone, my name is Vishal Rao. Welcome to my channel. The objective of this video is to understand the construction, working principle, VI characteristic and application of silicon controlled rectifier. Let us concentrate on the constructional details of the SCR. Figure A shows the construction, figure B shows the simplified configuration, figure C shows the symbol of SCR. The SCR consists of 4 layers of alternate P and N type of semiconductor, forming 3 PN junctions. The anode terminal is outside the P1 region and the cathode terminal is outside the N2 region. A contact welded to P2 region forms the gate terminal. The threaded stud is to tighten the thyristor onto heat sink for dissipating the heat. The figure C shows the symbol for SCR. It is similar to diode with additional gate terminal. When anode is positive with respect to cathode, the junctions J1, J3 are in forward bias and have the low resistance, but the junction J2 is reverse bias and has high resistance. Under these conditions, the thyristor is in forward blocking state. As the voltage applied to anode increased, the anode becomes more and more positive. Because of that, a forward leakage current will flow through the device. We can show this change on the VI characteristic of the device. Now, here as we increase the voltage across anode to cathode, you can see a leakage current is started flowing through the device. When this voltage reaches up to forward breakover voltage of the device, that is VBO, the leakage current will reach saturation value and the reverse bias junction J2 will be breakdown. This condition is known as avalanche breakdown. We can show it on the VI characteristic like this. Here the current is started increasing. As you can see, due to breakdown of the junction J2, here a sudden rise in current is observed. So this type of breakdown is known as avalanche breakdown, where large amount of current start flowing through the junction. Since the junction J1 and J3 are in forward bias, a high current will flow through the device. Under this condition, the resistance of SCR is very low and the forward voltage drop is also low. The SCR behaves as a conducting diode. The forward current must be more than a value known as latching current. You can see on the VI characteristic, this value is known as latching current. This is to ensure that the required number of carriers are present for conduction. Now, if the current is reduced to value less than holding current, the depletion layer would again start appearing around the junction J2 and SCR will go to forward blocking state. Now, see on the VI characteristic, if this value decrease up to holding current of the device, which is denoted by the IH. When this value reduces below the holding value of the device, our device goes under forward blocking state. As you can see here, this state is known as forward blocking region. When the thyristor switches from forward blocking region to forward conducting region, thyristor start conducting. So a large current is start flowing through the device. As you can see here, a large amount of current starts flow through the device. Here the current applied to the gate is 0. So we denoted this Ig current is equals to 0, and this region is known as forward conducting region. When anode is positive with respect to cathode, the application of positive potential to the gate terminal causes a gate current Ig1 to flow via the gate contact and layer P2 and N2. This gate current can turn on the thyristor, that is, change its state from forward blocking to forward conducting. This method of switching is known as gate control and is the most important aspect of the thyristor operation. It is only due to this action of gate control that the thyristor is very useful device in power control and switching circuits. In actual practice, the forward voltage is kept below the VBO and the thyristor is turned on by application of gate signal. When the gate signal is applied to the gate terminal of the device, the current start flowing through P2 and N2 layer. So we can show this on the VI characteristic of the device. So here when Ig1 starts flowing, the current rises slowly and at some point it will increase and it will becomes greater than the latching current and device is get turned on. So we denote this value of current as Ig1. When cathode is made positive with respect to anode, the junctions J1 and J3 will be reverse bias and junction J2 will be forward bias. A small reverse leakage current will flow. This state is known as reverse blocking state. On the VI characteristic, we can show the reverse blocking region where the reverse leakage current start flowing. Here there is a small rise in reverse current. This is known as reverse leakage current. As cathode is made more positive and positive, a stage is reached when both junctions J1 and J3 will break down. The voltage of cathode to achieve this condition is known as reverse breakdown voltage. Here we can show this on characteristic. This is reverse breakdown voltage. Due to this, a large current starts flowing through the device. Shows the final VI characteristic of the SCR. There are three regions: forward blocking region, forward conducting region and reverse blocking region. The application of the SCRs are first as a switch. We can use SCR as a switch. Then it is also used in inverters, choppers and rectifier circuits, and the SCR is also used in speed control of motors.